Salbona Nikona, welcome everybody to the third episode of What's Your Flip. I'm Chris Mercado, a longtime marketing professional, and we're doing this show to showcase how people have innovated these times, especially now that we're in the pandemic. For this episode, I'm featuring an old friend of mine. He probably needs no introduction, especially if you guys are active in like the club scene. It's a very popular DJ. I'm sure you've heard his name, but I remember Travis the most when we were still wearing short pants many years ago. And then eventually, we lost touch. Then we eventually became neighbors for a while. And then now we're doing the show together. So I'd like to introduce everybody to DJ Travis Monsod.
What's up, guys? Hello.
Kamusta?
Welcome to the show. Natawa ako doon sa intro mo, yung with shorts.
How you
There
met?
was a time. No, there was a time that Ateneo grade school had shorts. Now kasi puro pants na eh.
Yeah,
You know,
that's right.
there was a time when we wore shorts.
So how are you doing, buddy? Maybe just for the benefit of those who don't know, like start off by introducing yourself. Like how did you start in DJing, and what
Yep.
are you doing these days?
Okay, so first of all, my name is Travis Monsod. I'm actually a club DJ. I'm one of the guys who basically when you guys go out, I'm the one putting the background music, basically in bars, clubs, and of course, how the old people would term disco, yung mga discotheque dyan. I'm one of the DJs who basically go out and play every night. From there, from DJing, actually put up my own school before. It's called, or it was called the Beat Project Manila, where we taught some of the biggest names in DJing now in the Manila scene. And then from there, I moved on to Sikat Entertainment, which me and my wife put up. We are basically a events management company. Again, still nightlife, still doing events and also DJing. And then basically that's about it. And then the pandemic happened.
Okay.
So there, that's what. Mainly my main line is music and events. So there.
Okay. So like, what are you doing now? How has the pandemic changed? Obviously, people can't go out to clubs anymore.
Yeah.
So like, how has that changed for you?
Well, first of all, I mean, now I have time to rest. I mean, a lot of people, syempre, when you're in the nightlife industry, a lot of people have second jobs. Sorry, it's their second job. Eh. So, they have day jobs, they have night jobs. For me naman, I wake up, medyo lunchtime na. And what happened there was I'm actually, when the pandemic hit, I got to rest more. So that's one good thing. But then the trade-off was you couldn't anymore go out because of social distancing, and all the events sort of closed down. So the first quarter of 2020, all of our events from 100% zero.
Mm, mm.
So that's basically how the pandemic hit our industry.
Okay, but do you still do like some events now, even if you're like?
Actually, when the pandemic hit, kasi before everything else, I'm also kasi I dabble as a music producer.
Okay.
So I sort of put together a home studio
Right.
here in my house. Basically, what happened was when the pandemic hit, I shifted all my DJing to online. So parang all the would-be gigs, all the would-be nights, I sort of started DJing online. So I was part of the first wave of local DJs to actually hit um, the online market when it comes to DJ streams, to basically kasi parang for me, ano yan, outlet yan. Syempre, when I DJ, nawawala yung stress ko rin.
Yeah.
So it was more of an outlet um, to let the frustrations out. At the same time, some people, I won't lang mention names, but some people actually also said, hey, can we sponsor your stream?
Yeah.
So I made, I made a little money out of that also.
Nice.
And then from there, so it, parang I started flipping it in a way na I started moving everything online. Of course, it's not the same. I mean, it's not anymore the same when it comes to the live element. Like when you go to concerts, when you go to festivals, when you go out to party, diba? It's not the same anymore.
Yes.
But when you bring it online, diba, there are factors to perfect. And I was lucky enough that I had the equipment to actually study those factors
Cool.
and basically, parang get my stream into into a worthy thing to watch, basically. So good audio, good video, 'di ba? Kasi being a tech head, I also am into IT. I dove into that and then just merged the two. Kasi I told everyone na, with this pandemic happening, everything is going online. Everything is starting to become, 'di ba? You have to like what you said earlier, Chris, you gotta learn new things and then you gotta unlearn some of the old things that will sort of weigh you down.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Okay. Well, we'll get into that unlearning part later. So
Yes, yes, yes.
maybe I'm sure like you're maintaining what you're currently doing, but I'm sure you're already thinking about the future. So maybe let's talk as part of the framework that we have in this show. We're in number one, we talk about how you're sustaining your current business. Number two,
Mm-hmm.
how you're creating your future now, and then later number three, how you're forgetting things that will stop you
Yes,
from doing any innovation. Like how,
yes.
in your way and also in your own words, um, creating your future right here, right now.
Actually, the creating thing, kasi like right now, or just a little before the pandemic hit, I put up a YouTube channel.
Okay.
My YouTube channel naman is more of mga tech, how to software, how to hardware. So
Cool.
I was sort of compiling content for that.
Okay.
And then when the pandemic hit, I had all this free time. So
Yeah.
like what you said, yeah, when you're creating, I'm going to add another word to that. Kasi now, it's basically creating content.
Yeah.
Kasi everyone is now online. That is the goal for for the next couple of years, 'di ba? You can't go out as much. I mean, if ever you go out, you got to be home by this time. You
Yeah.
don't want to get sick. So most businesses are now moving online. And when you're moving online, the important thing there is basically content creation.
Yeah.
Um, I was very privileged to experience the pre-boom content creation
Yeah.
in the Philippines, 'di ba? Vlogging,
Mm.
YouTubing, and then I have some friends who are in the gaming industry where
Yeah.
they actually game.
Nice.
So now everyone is forced to actually, move to this platform.
Correct.
And, with the knowledge that I have accumulated through the months and the years,
Yeah.
actually one of my businesses now is also actually parang I'm helping people put together their own streams,
Nice.
meaning a service that I'm starting to offer to some friends, to some clients, is I can actually build their stream machines per se, or I can actually do the stream for them. I can also host streams from my house when it comes to other, to other projects.
Yeah.
So now there is a new market and there are new business opportunities emerging from this online. All you have to do lang is basically know the requirements and know the platform. And of course, the most important is to know how to monetize properly.
Nice.
So that's what the flip has been, or that's what my flip has been, or that's what I've been doing lately, is learning the background, so that I can apply what I like, which is basically music and tech,
Yeah.
and into something. Kasi like um before, I think you would also agree that our generation, Chris, do you remember, um, you were offered either a corporate job or a job that you want to be doing, diba? That's how we grew up. We were juggling from one that makes you money, or a passion project that may not make you money, but at least you're happy,
Yeah.
diba? But now what's happening is you're actually merging things because of also of the online boom. I say online boom para diba, the online boom kasi I recently came from a meeting. I don't want to divulge anything yet, but I recently came to a meeting where uh that online boom is actually being noticed by the top executives of the corporate world.
Yeah.
And in the next few months or years, big business is actually also slowly, um how do you say it, transforming. And us, the early adapters, we actually will be reaping the benefits of this. Kasi if you get left behind, like a lot of my friends, when it comes to, kasi parang I remember when, I mean, if I may ano lang, I remember when digital DJing was getting into the scene, meaning no one would DJ with their laptops.
Correct. Correct.
'Di ba? Everyone was using vinyl, everyone had needles.
Mm.
I was one of the first guys to actually use a laptop to actually DJ here locally in the Philippines.
Mm.
Now everyone's actually using a laptop. But the people who refused, 'di ba? I mean, are still, parang now pa lang they're catching up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so parang yun. So basically, looking at that and then looking at this, 'di ba, like now, I have a DJ stream, everything's moving online. You have the show now,
Yeah.
'di ba? uh that's proof that basically everything is moving online.
Yeah. Actually, I'm also encouraging like some friends who are in the production side of like entertainment. Na,
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
obviously, because of the pandemic, like production shoots have come to a halt
Yes.
because of people don't want to get sick, or there are also a lot of very stringent restrictions right now that why don't you try also like what I'm doing. I think it doesn't hurt to try something new at this point.
Yes, yes, yes. I
And
agree.
one thing that is like an innovation killer, especially I think this is very true for Filipinos, is the fear of failure.
Yes.
I think what a lot of people don't get in this pandemic is that if there's any time to fail, I mean not like fail majorly, but at least I mean small failures that will lead to bigger success is
Yes.
acceptable at this point. And you really just have to try and do something.
Actually, if I may add to what you're saying,
Yeah.
now is the time to basically learn,
Yeah.
because a lot of this, what I've noticed, a lot of Filipinos, especially the older ones,
Yeah.
they've become already complacent
True.
on how they work,
Yeah.
ba? What your job is supposed to be. I mean, not that I'm disrespecting anyone,
Mm.
but kasi like my philosophy is, at our age, Chris, I mean, we're not anymore that young, but basically we're still learning,
Yeah.
'di ba? We are given the mindset na never stop learning because there's always something new around the corner,
Right.
'di ba? And then number two, never be complacent because you never know what tomorrow will be. I mean, no one predicted this pandemic,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So now we all have to learn how to actually, number one, work from home. Because like, I'll give you another example. My mom, who's I mean, medyo
Yeah.
old already. When the pandemic hit, she was home the whole time.
Yeah.
But her generation is, they would go to work, they would climb the corporate ladder,
Mm.
'di ba? And then that's their generation.
Yeah.
Tayo, we were more of owning our own business, 'di ba? Most of our batchmates have our own business or basically started our own businesses.
Yes.
So I noticed the difference there na na when the pandemic hit, alam mo yung parang hindi mapakali sa bahay, yung yung parang even if I was offering her na tipong, Mom, do you want me to make you a space at home so you can work from there, 'di ba? Yung parang um her mindset was still, no, I have to go to the office to be productive, 'di
Yeah,
ba?
true.
There's that thing that most of the older generation have,
Mm.
whereas tayo, 'di ba, we're able to adapt, we're able to, fortunately, okay, I want to make this space into a creative space, let's make it there. Do I have the means? Maybe. Do I have the stuff to make it work? Maybe. I'll learn from that and then add on with there. So parang what I tell people nowadays, especially like when I help them put up their streams, or like when I help them, 'di ba, or when they ask for my service to help them, kahit simple building lang ng mga PCs, is you don't stop learning,
Yeah.
because the moment you stop learning, you become complacent, and then, 'di ba, nawawala yung drive mo to move forward. Actually, a lot of my friends at first, they were a bit depressed
Mm.
because, 'di ba, parang you're at home lang,
Yeah.
there's no physical contact. I mean, we all are human beings, so we thrive on physical contact. But then I was telling them, like, with Sikat Entertainment, we actually put up a show called Sikat Talks. Kasi
Okay.
when everyone started online DJing,
Mm.
I was like, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
And then I called my friend from Davao, si Mr. Waki Masbad,
Mm.
who's a DJ for FM1 there, and I told him, Wax, baka it's time now to actually put together what we've been talking about for the longest time, for years. Parang podcast or parang talk.
Yeah.
But then the topic was, nangangamusta kami ng mga tao.
Mm.
So the first few episodes were parang us Skyping or Zooming or even using Discord, the program Discord, to
Yeah.
call up people,
Yeah.
invite them to talk, invite them to let their frustrations out, or 'di ba, parang nangangamusta kami ng tao for also the well-being,
Yeah.
to reach out in the community, get their thoughts, get their no. Para kasi if pag hindi ka nangamusta, they might do something on their own that ayaw mong mangyari, 'di ba? So
Correct.
yun, that's how we put up also one show. So parang that idea led to this idea. And then during that idea, we were actually learning how do we broadcast conversation? How do we podcast? What equipment do we need, 'di ba? At the same time, that learning is still happening. 'Di ba? Like what camera are we going to use? Can you actually use your cell phone?
Mm.
Can you use your, 'di ba, your mirrorless camera?
Yeah.
What kind of, 'di ba, what kind of equipment?
Yeah.
So that's why we've never stopped the learning process
Mm-hmm.
until now. Kaya that's what we tell people.
Okay, it's cool. Bro, as we wrap up this session,
Yes.
to the last box, which is really, what are some of the things that you've tried to forget or you're unlearning, for you to that will hinder you from moving forward to the future?
Well, to be honest, I'm kind of a hard-headed guy. Ano ba? Basically,
So, I mean, in terms of the framework, that's really the hardest to
yeah.
especially if you have a business.
Yes.
I'm sure you know the feeling like, okay, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a founder. There's a lot of pride, right? Like,
Yes. Very much, very much.
full business. Like, why should I forget the things that I've done before when it's been working for me, for so many years? Why should I forget about it? But as you, especially in the context of the pandemic, you
Yes.
do that. Uh, Otherwise, you really will not progress, right?
Actually, my answer to that is, I wouldn't say unlearn it. I'll just say, keep it in the background as lessons. Kasi for me, whatever you learn, whether good or bad, is a lesson that you want to keep in the background for you not to make mistakes in the future.
Correct.
And unlearning is, well, I wouldn't say unlearn much. I'd rather say learn more, so that you can progress. Kasi parang lahat ng mga parang everything that you've learned is what makes you you. And how you accept change is also part of that you, 'di ba? When you want to unlearn something or when you want to put it in the background, I suggest that you leave it there lang and you continue with newer learnings that apply to your situation. Kasi when it comes to new situations, you have to adapt.
Mm.
I think a famous singer. I forgot the singer's name. Basta the phrase, I'll never forget. The phrase was "adapt or die." I think it's no, I think it's the album title of Everything But the Girl.
Oh, yeah.
Everything But the Girl. Yep. They have a remix album. Kasi, okay, just on a side note lang,
Yeah.
Everything But the Girl is basically two people. The
Yeah.
girl is Tracy Thorn, and the guy is Ben Watt.
Kasi
Ben Watt is,
yan.
yes, Ben Watt is actually also a DJ.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they put out album of their songs remixed in a clubland theme. So it's all for DJ use basically.
Yeah.
And the title of that really stuck to me. Kasi ano yan parang it came in a time where everything the music scene was moving electronically.
Yeah.
They were going into electronic music na. So the title was Adapt or Die.
Mm.
And in an interview, which kasi I used to work for Tower Records, I was reading in that interview, that's his mindset when the change was happening.
Mm.
Na you have to adapt or you will die.
Yeah.
So same now, 'di ba?
Yeah.
We all have to adapt to this new norm. So unlearning, I will say not as much,
Mm.
but let it guide you to the new learning that you will have to now. You'll have to get now.
Nice, nice. Okay, so before we end, Travis, maybe you could use this opportunity to promote your business.
Sure.
You'd like to promote like your YouTube channel. Yeah.
Sure. Let's see. Basically, follow me on social media. Also, Sikat Entertainment. We are very active when it comes to online entertainment.
Yep.
So follow me.
Description below.
Yeah. But basically, follow me on Facebook, DJ Travis Monsod, and also Sikat Entertainment, and then of course on Instagram at Sikat Entertainment at Travis Monsod. And if you guys are on Kumu, it's another platform. Also, you can follow me there, DJ Travis Monsod. Basically, it's all online streaming. That's the biggest thing now,
Yeah.
online streaming. So we're all there. Yeah.
All right, cool. Nice to talk to you again after.
It's good to see you.
Well, Travis, I'm glad that you're doing okay. Regards to the family, and I hope to see you in person soon. Maybe in Ateneo or some.
Yes. I'll see you guys soon.
All right.
And don't forget to subscribe to Chris.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Okay, so that's the end of our episode for this week. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys will tune in again next week as we have another guest in our program. So before that, I want to say, thank you for those who have watched so far, and I hope you guys keep safe and keep on flipping. Bye.